Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah. Tier 1, crazy head. Okay, let's go.
That's what's going on with me, though. Everyone, it's time for news stuff. Werewolf Radar's Paranormal News. How are y'all doing? I'm Roger, joined by Jordan and Nate.
So
And we have for you this week 2 separate items. Remember, we'll start with the first one, which is really more of a information. What am I trying to say? An opinion about a news piece that we did a couple weeks ago. Remember the Colorado Bigfoot? What was it being called? The Durango Bigfoot? It was on the Bigfoot seen by train.
Durango. Yes.
Passing Durango. Well, we are part of another paranormal community. The what are they called now? The Society for Arcane Studies.
Yes.
And their resident
SAS.
Yep, they're the SAS organization of Colorado and abroad. Their resident squatcher, Jim Brown, said this about the video. And just for a refresher, do you all remember the video?
Yes.
Well, let's watch it real quick.
And do y'all remember Jim Brown from the Dirty Dozen and football?
So here is that. I'm sharing it on the screen. Follow
Bigfoot
YouTube.
Walking around southern Colorado. Take a look and see what you think.
This is from 9
A couple shared
News.
this video on social media saying they spotted Bigfoot while riding the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad train. They told Out There Colorado most people on the train didn't
It
notice
is
anything.
blurry. It is
Over
distant.
the years, there have been more than 100 reported Bigfoot
All the
sightings
things
in
Bigfoot's
Colorado.
noted for.
But it looks like a Bigfoot for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
The SAS organization, their resident squatcher, Jim Brown from the movie Dirty Dozen, said there may still be 3 people who have not seen the video of the Sasquatch taken from the Silverton to Durango train. I know at least half of others have sent me a link. I have to say I was impressed. It walked with a hunch. The proportions were not too bad, and the fur looked good. To those who sent it to me, I said, I think it looks pretty good. And then he was able to enlarge it, and he said that the arms were long, but the lower part was floppy. There was nothing filling out a suit if that was... if it was a suit, it seemed like nothing was filling out the parts that would have like a hip and a butt, you know? It was all floppy, he's saying.
Well, this Bigfoot hasn't been working out its glutes.
And then
got that floppy glute.
And he says as well that when the human sat down, it did so very, very human-like.
Yeah.
Versus more of an ape position, if you will. But we're in uncharted territory overall. We don't know how a Sasquatch would sit.
I do.
Oh.
He'd be like,
Carefully.
There has been as well word around the area of someone confessing to hoaxing this video.
aha.
Yeah,
It hasn't gone out
that
yet
might be
at all.
stolen valor.
But yeah, we could be in a someone's just claiming like that was me. That was me.
Yeah, I think anybody gets drunk enough, they'll be like, yeah, I'm Bigfoot. I know I
that
have
was
claimed
me.
to be Bigfoot a number of times.
You will be able to read more on this from the society, but that is kind of just a little inside scoop that they're going to be publishing some pieces on. So stay on the lookout for that.
I gotta say, I was hollering bullshit. Right, I was hollering big shit. That's when it's Bigfoot bullshit.
You were
right out of the gate.
definitely.
What's he doing out in that
side of it.
field? Bigfoot can't see a fucking train coming. That this secretive ape that lives or dies by not being seen was like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out in the field while the train comes past.
Oh, when you say it like that in that tone, it seems obvious now.
Now it sounds crazy.
Well, to me, it just sounds like a Bigfoot who, has a childhood love or a childlike joy of trains.
Of trains, locomotives.
See,
in general,
I'm on
sure.
Nate's side on this. Sorry to go against you, Jordan, but I
Hey,
think
that's
this
fine.
Bigfoot's got a childlike joy of trains.
Mhm.
And his favorite video growing up was trains, trains, trains.
I liked trains.
Ah, I see. Well, then, I guess we
They
have
lost
nothing
me
to
with
talk
the
about
third
on this story.
trains.
The next piece that I want to talk to you all about is that the Mexican Congress is back in the news.
Oh boy, these
We also-
jokers.
We also talked about them a couple weeks ago, or in September, because Jamie Maussan of JamieMaussan.com.
Jamie Maussan of lying about things fame.
No, we talked about this too, and you were on the lying side, but I think I might have won you over to where I think he overall is very earnest. I think he might be a rube. I think he's in the rube situation,
Yeah.
and he's just collecting any small body he can from anyone in Mexico.
Okay.
He's all like, test this for alien DNA. Like,
I'll
I
buy
think
that.
he's very earnest. But he has brought
The
some
search
fakes
continues.
into the world. So Jamie Maussan in September was allowed to, I guess, essentially hold a congressional hearing about these new alien mummies that he was able to acquire.
Okay.
Previous ones did turn out to be a monkey all broken and smashed up and formed into the shape of a small human.
One of them was an Alf doll that he bought on eBay. Another one was a bunch of Snyder's of Hanover pretzel sticks crammed into a hat.
Yes, but he believed, and he keeps coming to the government with this. You can also see he has a few Mexican shows. He's pretty much the Giorgio Tsoukalos of Mexico. Like, he's doing the work down there.
I would love it if it was like it wasn't alien related shows. It's like he plays Uncle Popo on Popo's house.
Sábado Gigante will return.
So he brought the bodies, and we all had fun. Remember that person who made a cake out of the body, and then they sliced into it, and then the video was all like, "It's a cake."
Ah, yes, that was fun.
Yes, that was a fun little thing. This month, November, on Tuesday, which would have been the 7th of November, during a congressional hearing in Mexico on Tuesday, researchers declared that the previously displayed 3-fingered Peruvian mummies were in fact authentic. However, they cautiously steered away from certifying any remains as extraterrestrial origins.
So, what?
So here's what's happening. Those mummies were not shaped by human hands in this form.
Okay.
And it could still be a lot of other things before we go to extraterrestrial origins.
Yeah, I mean, could be formed by an industrial press.
Some sort of alien sausage machine.
Now, machinery is something they look for. Like, these are actually like the beings. Like, human tools did not manipulate these bodies as far as X-rays and all studies have pointed to, unlike his other discoveries, which turned out to be monkeys and a bunch of Snyder's pretzels stuffed into a hat.
Right.
Delicious, though.
Delicious as those ones were. The monkey one, if you dip the pretzels into the monkey,
Oof, you're in for a hell of a weekend.
hell of a weekend, but great taste in your mouth.
Absolutely.
So previously,
balls.
so previously on September 13th, journalist and UFO enthusiast Jamie Maussan presented the specimens at a congressional event on UFOs, or fannies as they're called in Spanish.
Come on.
I don't know what the acronym means in Spanish, but they are called fannies.
Spanish.
At the time, Maussan said that the bodies believed to have been found near the mysterious ancient Nazca lines in Peru were not related to life on Earth. Thank you, Ad, for screaming at me right there. I'm glad you guys didn't hear it. It was loud. During Tuesday's session, as per routers, whatever
Reuters?
you guys call yourself, explain yourselves, news organization. The UFO enthusiast returned to underscore the genuine nature of the bodies. He was backed by a group of medical experts who said that the mummies were once living organisms.
Wow.
Although he stressed the legit. Go on.
Generally true of mummies, right?
Generally, most mummies were in fact once living organisms. Although, except for some of the other ones that he's brought, which
Right, except for a lot of the mummies that he has presented already.
Yes. Although he stressed on the legitimacy of the specimens, Maussan did not rule out the possibility of them being evidence of life beyond Earth, sparking further speculation during the session. He said, "None of the scientists say the study results prove that they're extraterrestrials, but I go further, damn it."
Now, Mr. Maussan, this one appears to be a talking doll made to look like Pee Wee Herman.
Talking to rooters, it's just a weird doll for me. There are a lot of Pee Wee Herman dolls. This is a Google search for later, so I can be scared and not have dreams.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
A cottage industry.
Mm-hmm.
So talking to rooters, anthropologist Roher Zanua of San Luis Gonzaga National University in Inca, Peru, supported the findings and said that these are real, emphasizing that the beings absolutely no human intervention in the physical and biological formation of these things. Indeed.
I'm wondering how they even test for that, though. Are they looking for fingerprints?
They see if it matches up in any databases.
Yeah.
No. They did not do fingerprint analysis, but they did do various X-rays, various MRI scans, and everything checks out as to and DNA analysis. And it's not monkeys, but everything seems to be legitimate. Like this is an unaltered being of unusually small size.
Interesting. This is currently changing my mind.
I know, right? Because I was on board to it. I was like, Jamie, these aren't real, man. Stop falling for everyone who has a 6-inch body they're trying to sell you. But it's getting
every
deeper.
every 6-inch person that walks through the door. This fucking guy. Yeah, that's strange.
And it's just not Zania. Zania, along with 11 university researchers, also signed a letter attesting to the realness of these mummies.
Shit's real.
I'm sure that's a translating error. That's a weird way to say that. Yeah. However, it also made clear that they were not implying that they were extraterrestrial, which I think is something even crazier. Like that's a whole nother.
Yeah. So what? They're fucking leprechauns?
Yeah. Leprechauns are real, everyone. Peruvian leprechauns. Get ready.
That'd be a wild turn for this to take. They're not aliens. They are Keebler elves. So that's where cookies come from.
Despite this, some skepticisms remain. Previously, as we discussed, Maussan's presentations were dismissed by experts as a stunt. At the time, many cited studies on similar specimens that turned out to be a concoction of animal bones with human bones. Some of the hand bones make for perfect 6-inch little legs, you know?
So werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them, and werewolf bones, you know? It was weird in some of these bodies. At the current session, though, Congressman Sergio Gutierrez advocated for greater transparency regarding UFO-related information, proposing reforms to Mexico's laws for public disclosure. Reuters reports that the hearing also delved into more speculative territory. At one point, Argentinian surgeon Celestino Adolfo Piotto suggested the mummies might be an evolved form of modern humans, dubbing them our descendants.
Okay.
This is an Argentine surgeon just going that far out. He's like, I've seen a lot of bodies. I've been inside scraping around, and this could be our descendants.
That's a fucking swing.
Especially for a surgeon.
Yeah.
I wonder what other thoughts surgeons have. Maybe I should not open that door.
Yeah.
I've heard that they sometimes think the knee bone's connected to the leg bone.
Yeah, that's kind of a fringe theory right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, that's how you get these evolved forms of humanity is by dissecting them and rearranging the bones.
Sure. Okay, so you're saying that this could be a Dr. Moreau.
I am as
Okay.
well a little bit. Now, from the left of the field, there was also a rapper in attendance to the Mexican Congress.
Hey.
And
Was his name Lil Mummy?
so the Mexican rapper was just there for some reason.
Sure.
His name is Claudio Yarto.
He wanted to get a gander.
Yarto, and he claimed to have witnessed UFOs.
Claudio Yarto in the house.
That's just where the story ends. I got this also from WION News. Nope. WIOnews.com. And that's the news. We have a little sneak peek of something from a friend organization dropping on the Silverton Durango Bigfoot, and the Mexican Congress mummies might be a little bit more real and weirdly more interesting now.
Yeah, that's strange. I'm at the very least I'm back on the
mummy
all right.
train.
All right, tell me what you think, train.
Nice. I'm glad to have won you over with that.
Which recently drove past a fake Bigfoot. Did you hear about this?
And I think I'm on your side with that Bigfoot one too. We're like, yeah, first of all, train schedules be known. You can call a friend and be like, are you on the train now? Did it just leave? Time up stuff and then dress in your Bigfoot. You know the hill it comes across.
Yeah.
And do the Bigfoot. It does seem
Bigfoot would never be
floppy.
caught slipping like that.
It does seem like it's a floppy thing. Like some of the movements are good. Like it's pretty amazing, but it does seem to be like missing some mass at a time when Bigfoot, I think, would traditionally be putting on the weight for the winter. I assume Bigfoot hibernates.
He's also so glossy. He looks like Chewbacca out there.
He did. I mean, we don't know Bigfoot's grooming methods.
Recently brushed.
Yeah, perhaps they go to the spa every once in a while and then head down to the salon and get it all fucking blown out and like.
But I mean, like
shiny.
I mean, I'm not expecting him to be like, fucking disgusting. Look at a gorilla. A gorilla is fairly well kempt from his own.
Very well kempt. They do very good grooming. Better than me. Look at my hair.
He's not like, camera ready.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, that's my hot take.
That's been the paranormal news. Thank you for listening to us. If you like what we do, check us out just on the internet. Type in Werewolf Radar. You'll find the website. You'll find our socials. Truly the best way, though, is our Discord. Head to YouTube, follow that Discord, and that's really the best way to chat with us, hang out with our community, share paranormal memes and stories and cool, televisions and movies and video games that you all like, that we all like together. Join the Discord.
We out here.
Subscribe and follow, or subscribe and notify yourself, that little button to our YouTube videos. That's how you can help grow that army. We have a separate army. We got our podcast army, which are the original Pingos, and all these new YouTube Pingos. We got to come up with a word for them because YouTube is very specific and stupid.
Flingos.
We'll work on it. We'll have something by Monday.
What? That's perfect. That thing that I basically sneezed out.
And truly, Best way to support us is a 5-star review wherever you can give podcasts and things reviews. It really lets people know that you like us, and maybe new people will like us as well. If you can, in these times, give us a small financial donation. Head to patreon.com/werewolf radar, where you can help support Werewolf Radar and make sure that we are always ad-free. Not that it's even a thing in the horizon right now, but in the future, maybe we would get ads, but we don't want to. And that means subscribing to our Patreon. And we got a merch store. We got all sorts of stuff. Just Google Werewolf Radar. You'll find the stuff. There's links to things everywhere. Now, on the count of 3, our super duper secret sign off line from one Dylan Gutierrez. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void. Space person. Oh, I just got spooked.